Hey y'all, Chuck here in Thailand, Thailand. Hey, today I want to talk about the topic of why us foreigners feel like we're being disrespected and not being treated fairly living over in Thailand. For multiple reasons that I hear, people are concerned about why they can't own more than 49% of a home. Why is it so difficult to become a citizen? Having to check in with immigration every 90 days. Thai people only want your money, and so on and so forth. Some of us feel like because we've lived here for a certain amount of time, or we work here and we're paying in the system or buying things, or married to a Thai national, or have kids, that we should be at a different level of importance while living in Thailand, and we should be a little bit more respected because of these things in Thailand. So in order to live in Thailand, you must have a visa, whether it's a work permit, a marriage visa, a retirement visa. There's several other visas, an extended tourist visa. Either way, you have to have money to be able to live in Thailand, especially to retire in Thailand. To have a retirement visa, they do require you to have a certain amount of money and be able to prove that you have that money, and don't expect you to work in Thailand and expect you to retire and enjoy the land of smiles, you know? Sometimes we have to sit back and ask ourselves why. And would we really want Thailand to change? Would the alternative be better benefit for us and Thailand? And think about the reasons why we're here living in Thailand anyway. And think about some of the things, the immigration problems that are happening all around the world, especially the Western world. So I think a lot of countries right now are having problems with mass immigrations and kind of forgetting their own people and their own sovereignty of their own country. So I think Thailand is trying to protect itself and is always looking out for its own people. And I think we can. I think a lot of us would like to have that in our own countries as well. So let's just look at some facts about Thailand. Thailand's never been colonized by Europeans. Thailand was the only country in Southeast Asia which was not colonized by Europeans. All of its neighbors were controlled by either the British or the French. Burma and Malaysia being British colonies, and Laos and Cambodia being French. Thailand managed to do this by selectively ceding some Malay areas to the British and clever use of negotiation. During World War II, Thailand was allied with Japan, so technically it was never conquered. After World War II, it allied itself with the United States, which helped keep it free of the communist revolution which swept through Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam. So Thailand's been pretty smart to not be controlled by other people. Could you imagine, just imagine this, so if foreigners were able to come just buy up property, but not just the Falangs who come here and spend money, follow the rules, are married, have kids, have jobs, pay into the system, not just us, but could you imagine if Chinese people or Middle Eastern or the bordering countries could come in and buy property and own the majority of it? I think that Thailand would change a lot. I think the Chinese would love to come up here and just buy up all the properties along the seaside. And yeah, I think they've done that a lot in some of the neighboring countries, along with the French and along with the Middle East. So I'm happy that Thailand restricts ownership. There's up to 4 million migrants living in Thailand, the vast majority from the neighboring countries of Myanmar, Cambodia, and Laos. Some 3.25 million come to Thailand to work. 127,000 are displaced persons, and the remainder consists largely of students and retirees from other countries. There's a lot of people that come into Thailand every year. There's a lot of people that live here, but you just have to follow the rules. You can't come into Thailand illegally. They do check all the time, whether you're going to a hotel, a police stop, they're always checking identification. So becoming a permanent resident in Thailand, you can become a permanent resident. It's just about impossible. You have to speak Thai fluently. You need to be able to converse, whether it's talking about current events. You need to be able to sing the national anthem and understand the culture. They do accept 100 people a year for citizenship in Thailand. You can apply after you've met the requirements, pay the fee, of course the non-refundable fee, and then try to get your citizenship. But you might as well forget about it. It's just about impossible to get. You got to remember one thing in Thailand. We're always considered as visitors in Thailand. I think Thailand wants us to be here. They want us to spend money in their country, obviously, but they don't want us to drain their system. The people here don't make a lot of money. Things are very inexpensive. There's a good balance, and that's probably the reason why. If people were to come over here and be able to create jobs and be able to change the economics of Thailand, I think it would definitely change Thailand quite a bit. A lot of people say, oh, you know, Thailand is just run by the military. Well, from what I know here, it has no effect on me or any foreigner that I know that lives in Thailand. There's no sense in even discussing it or talking about it. There's no military walking around with machine guns. I have not seen that since I've been in Thailand the last 2 years. Actually, the country seems to be running pretty smooth. Seems like their infrastructure is getting totally overhauled from all the traveling that we've done, that you can see in our videos too, that I've pointed out along the way. In Thailand, there has been over 21 successful and attempted military coups in the last 100 years. Military coups are almost like a national sport in Thailand. But I believe that they do that to protect their citizens from corruption within the governments, for different reasons why. But it seems like it's always there to protect the sovereignty, protect the culture, to protect its citizens from outside influencing. And you gotta remember, Thailand has been Thailand. It's never been conquered, and there's a reason why these things happen. I think Thailand's been pretty smart about being neutral when it comes to conflicts around the world. I just can't imagine being in Thailand that's been totally revamped, redeveloped, and the culture changed due to outside influences. So it's not just about us Falongs coming to Thailand and retiring and spending our money here in Thailand. It's about the big picture. So we have to respect that, and we have to look at other countries right now, what they're going through with their problems with mass flows of immigration and people being able to be part of a system that they haven't paid into. I know that we all have different opinions on this, and I just wanted to share my opinion on what I think about Thailand. I think living in Thailand, I felt more free than any place I've ever been in my life. I'm very happy, and I hope Thailand never changes. There are a few things I'd like to see change into some modern technology. But you gotta remember, when things change, sometimes we may regret what the alternative is. Nothing usually lasts forever, but Thailand seems to have held its ground on its sovereignty for a long period of time. I think the only other country that has done that was Rome, and it failed. I think it ruled for 507 years. I don't need to talk to you guys about history, but you know, Rome went through some changes that kind of ended that. So Nothing lasts forever. You got to remember, the first rule of war is to divide and conquer. So when countries divide itself, divide its people, and don't take care of its own kind, to me, things get a little bit out of control, and the government seems to step in and try to control everything. So I'm happy Thailand is free and takes care of its people. I hope Thailand never changes. Thailand is changing me. I hope it continues to change me. I'm always a visitor here in Thailand, and I'm happy they've accepted me into their country, and hopefully I can stay happy here for a long time. If things change and I'm not happy, you can pick up and go anywhere we want that makes us happy. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. There's always reasons behind everything. Sometimes just sit back and ask yourself why, and really, do we want change, and can we deal with the circumstances of what change brings? Anyway, be happy. Thank you for listening to me blah, blah, blah. If you liked the video, hit like. If you have a comment, please leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.